Dr. Dan?
Yes.
What's the plan for today?
Oh, well, that's what we're coming up with right now. We're going to make a noise list. It's blank right now because we don't know what we're doing right now.
Yes.
And then we're going to fill it out.
Okay. Any other insights?
To be continued.
What's on our list, Dan?
Which one? Today's?
I don't know. Four-wheel drive shift lever. We are doing things the barely bolted way, which is we need to remove this four-wheel drive shift lever because it's busted. So we just made our own little access hole because we got to fix that hole anyways. So why not have 3 holes? Let's see if we can find Dan and ratchet. Give him this one. This one works real nice. Real nice, Clark. If you could describe barely bolted in one word, what would you say?
Noobs.
Pretty accurate. Noobs. Oh my God. Nope. So if you have a Ford F250, I'd recommend you not break your four-wheel drive shifter lever. Jesse? Jesse?
He said he was sorry.
He did say he was sorry. Ha-ha!
Welcome back.
Yeah. All right. So what we got here is the four-wheel drive shift lever, and we got the old one out. So that's the old one. It sheared. Some Wreck-It Ralph had brute force strength that day. So this piece threads into the bolt that's on the bracket above the transmission. This piece is where your shift goes and it goes right. And then down here is the linkage. There's like a linkage bar that comes up and goes snaps over the top. And I don't know what this does down here. We're gonna figure that out.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. Whatever. Cut us a break.
So dark.
And so this is where we store our lights. It's really great. That bolt threads into that nut, which is welded to that bracket. Again, if you're going to do this, you probably need to drop the transmission, but being barely bolted, we just made our own hole.
This is where I'm kind of, because this is hitting.
That's okay, but it's turning.
It's turning, but if I tighten it, I only want.
Breaker bar 9000 right there.
3 hours later.
Limited edition barely bolted hat.
One of one.
There's one of one. There's 99 left. Get them while they're hot. Barelybolted.com.
Strong.
It hits like these tight spots. It's like everything's fine, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope. Time to get welded. Lose focus in this game for 1 minute.
Manpower.
About heart.
Probably should have put some anti-seize on that before we put it in there. That would have been smart. I'm not taking it out now.
It's definitely moving now.
All right. Put this frickin' steering wheel here.
It's like the one thing that we did not take out of this thing.
I know for all the frame painting stuff, I'm like, probably should have took the cab off, but I actually want this truck to go together at some point. So if you wanted to make the best jack in the world, you'd make the handle magnetic. So
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
So when idiots like us take the bar off to be a cheater bar, you can pick up our sockets with it too.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yes.
How about if I get on it?
Hop off foot. So come so far.
Are you loosening it or tightening it?
Loosening it. Because it's like the bracket is like behind a portion of the transmission. And it needs to come forward a little bit.
Gotcha.
Because the bracket, like the thing that we're supposed to hook the thing into, you know, the hole goes over the nipple or whatever.
He said nipple.
Can't reach it. Okay. Oh, so close. Oh, I see. Oh, no, fucked up, son. Okay. So you remember that thing on the bottom? I was like, I don't know what that's for.
Yeah.
It sits in this guide There's like, we should show this once I get this thing. Fat guy in a rusted truck. There, oh, too far. Oh, too far. Oh, hold on. Right there, right there. I might need you to go down.
Please finish that sentence.
I might need you to go down under the truck.
Oh, okay, thank you. Because that other one's not.
Not a good sentence. So the lever that hooks to this needs to be pushed on. I don't know how to do that, but I don't think we can do that from here.
Go underneath.
I'm wondering if you go underneath and maybe this, or you can just hit it, or
I'll figure it out.
things.
I just gotta get under that first, you know. Good luck.
I'm going to show you the nipple. That needs to be in the guide.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
So, I'll show the viewers at home here. See right here, my finger, tappy tap. Right here, there's a little nipple. So just a little, see my fingers wiggling, going up and up and up. Yes, right there, there's a little nipple. The nipple has to come down. And then on the side of the transmission, there's a little guided bracket thingy. It's like 2 inches. It needs to be in that bracket, and then we need to tighten it so it can't go, has to be there. We're gonna pull it out of the guide and forward so we can get this thing on. All right, we're struggling. There's probably a tool for this.
We don't got one.
Hey, we ain't got it, and this is the barely bolted way, so stop making fun of us, all right? I don't want to hear it. If you want to make fun of us, do it in the comments. So we can't get this thing
Constructive criticism.
onto this. So what we've done is we've built a, thing collapser maker 5000.
We are MacGyver.
And we're going to patent this, so don't even think about it, all right? And this is going to go this way and push this thing onto this thing, and then we're going to move on with our life.
Pray.
Okay. If it doesn't work, then I'm just going to delete the footage, and you're never going to know that this happened. So
On to plan
Yeah.
G.
we're just going to, we're just not going to have 4-wheel drive. It's going to be fine. Okay. I'm just going to do it.
I'm guessing you use clamps.
This is, trust me,
I trust you.
we don't have a plan, but I know what. If the YouTube thing doesn't work, this thing, whatever this thing is that we're doing here, this is gold.
Do you have a socket on that?
Yep. Clamps out of the way. Sockets out of the way. We're done.
It's on?
We're done. Look at that. Right there. You get one of those things. They're like $1 at Harbor Freight. You put a socket on it. You clamp that some thing, and you just live your life. You live happily ever after.
Now we gotta try to swing it.
Yeah, that's your problem.
Fuck. I mean, yay!
That's Dan's problem.
Hey!
Oh, that's.
Oh!
You good?
Reset the timer.
What's that? What happened?
It hurt.
What did you do?
I basically punched everything that's down here.
Why would you do that?
I'm okay though.
Okay.
All right, so this needs to be because there's that little lever or that little thing
Yeah, we need the nipple in the thing.
that needs to be in there.
Nipple. Yeah.
Does it go to this one or this one?
I think it goes into the back one.
So this one?
I think so.
Because earlier you had it in that one.
I think it goes in the other one. I
So-
don't know.
Well,
I think maybe it depends on what gear you're in.
I don't know.
I don't
Oh,
know.
maybe that is the whole. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic.
Okay, cool. Just
Hey, good luck finding the hole.
are we in one of those nipple holes?
There. Shiitake mushroom.
Oh, it didn't do anything. Cool.
You having a hard time finding the
I'm
hole?
gonna just, as Julian would say, that clamp trick was big brain. Big brain. Big brain. I mean, we almost got 4-wheel drive. We're pretty close. Floor pan, grinding welding. down here. So this is the new floor pan. What I've done is kind of measured, roughed in the area that I've already done. If you follow this line over here and then down, that more or less represents the piece that it's already in the truck and welded. And we obviously don't want to put this over top of it. We are going to put this over most of the original floor pan because it's still there. It's just kind of weak. So I'm going to cut that piece out first, see how it fits. I did leave myself an extra inch here for a little wiggle room in case I mess up. And then I'm sure we're going to have to adjust some pieces over here to make sure that we, you know, cut and modify and whatever. But I'm doing this side first because of these reference lines. So these reference lines are from the factory. Inside the truck, you have them as well. Let me show you. So inside the truck, you have these kind of references. And so this is obviously the new piece I put in. So the idea is that the new floor pan will cover here, over. We're probably gonna have to make a notch for that. And then up here, and we'll have the existing pan plus the new pan all put in, and then we're gonna rubberize everything. So it should be nice and sturdy and hopefully last a while. I'm gonna get that cut and then we'll catch up. Okay, so we're getting close on fitment. We just cut the piece this way. The problem is up here, we have the emergency parking brake bracket. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down, we're gonna follow this same line, come down maybe that much. We're gonna notch this out so that the pan can slide in and gives enough room for that. I think that will give enough room down here for this to butt up against our new work. And then after that, we're gonna have to mark over here and notch out the shifter lever area. And that might do it, but who knows? You know, when you're doing this stuff, it's, I don't know, for me, it's never precise. We're kind of winging it, and we tackle one little problem at a time until we don't have any more problems, you know? So, all right, let's see how that goes. We notch this up here for that parking brake mechanism. We may have gone a little too far here. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. We need to cut off a little bit here so this doesn't overlap like this. And then if we can butt these and then tack them. Over here, we need to take that piece off so the shifter can actually move. And then up here, like this, there's a huge gap here. So I'm thinking we cut this down, maybe even farther, honestly. Maybe we go like something like that. We're gonna do that one last. I'm gonna get this one handled and the other one's handled and see what fitment looks like. Then we're gonna tackle that piece over there. But we're getting closer. I mean, hold it down. The factory lines are lining up. It's looking pretty decent. I've been working on the floor panels. I really want to get this wrapped up and get the floor rubberized and done. But I messed up. So here, let me show you what we got. All right, so we got the new floor panel here. I started to tack it in. It took me a while to figure out the welding settings. So like, don't judge me. I think this one is good. I think I finally got the feed rate right and the power rate. I mean, I blew a hole through this, and these are all complete rubbish. Same up here. So we're learning. You know, I'm not a welder, so we're figuring it out. We're also going to do a mechanical connection and do some screws to hold it in. But anyway, so we got that notched, we got the top cut, and then I cut too much over here. So the whole measure twice, cut once situation, yeah, I frigged that up, didn't I? This looks pretty good. So I need to put something, these gaps are too big. I can't weld that gap. So I need to put something here to figure that out, tie that in, tie this in, and then I gotta figure out how to fix that. I'm gonna start with cleaning up all these edges so they're actually weldable, get all the paint off, kind of maybe clean up my mess down here and see how that goes. I gotta figure out how to get it to lay flat as well. Like up here, we need that. Like this gap, huge gap. Let me put you on a tripod. We'll do a little time lapse and you can watch as I go. But this is, we're gonna do this first. We're gonna start to kind of clean up the edge so it's actually weldable. And then, because I can't weld over this paint, it's just not gonna work. Yeah, should have gone to welding school. F me. here's what we ended up with. You know, I really like bubblegum. So we put that piece in, did some tacks up there. We did some screws just to give a little mechanical. Those are the 2 patches. The other patch, it's not pretty. No one's gonna see it though. And I'm gonna rubberize the whole inside. Probably 2 coats of rubberized on top of a coat of primer. My feet won't fall through the floor, for sure. Don't do what I do. Learn how to weld. It'll make this a lot easier. So I'm kind of learning as I go. I also realized that I'm gonna need some new boom booms. I forgot to take these out and like, look at all, it's just metal shavings and grindings. So yeah, we're gonna need to get some new boom booms. Whew. All right, I'm gonna get this cleaned out and then maybe I'll start spraying. All right, I would have videoed this, but I was afraid to get paint on my phone. So here we are. We are primed, painted. We put Pour 15 over all the rust spots, and now I'm just waiting for it to fully dry and cure, and then we're gonna do the rubberized coating over top of this. Pretty happy with it so far. The truck has come a long way. I'll put a side-by-side of what it looked like before and give you guys an idea, but we're getting there. All right, so got the rubberized coating on, but then I had the realization that I needed to fill my seams, seam seal, or whatever you want to call it. So we went and got some of that. We seam sealed the best we could. And we also got a couple more cans, a few more cans, 3 to be exact. So we got this stuff. So we're gonna do probably 2 more coats and call the cab good. I was just removing this gasket around the transmission tunnel, getting all this stuff up. I assume it's just like an RTV that goes over that. So we'll put a new RTV down. We'll put the transmission cover back in once we get all this sprayed done. Okay, here's the official finished product. So those are all the seams with the seam sealer on it. And then we did 2 more coats of the 3M rubberized flooring. I think it looks great. You know, one of the reasons I wanted to do the rubberized coating is so I don't have to buy sound deadening to go under the floor mats. This had a big floor mat that covered basically the whole inside of the cab, and the mice got the sound deadening material that's attached to it. So I'm just gonna remove it, wash it, put it back in. But having what is now 4 coats of rubberized material, I'm hoping that's enough sound deadening to make it so I don't hear every little thing in the cab. So yeah, I think we're gonna put a wrap on this and start moving on to the rest of the truck.